Hello everybody, gameguywoopwoop, and almost said welcome back. Anyway, this is something new that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making some tutorials for all characters in Brawl. Just going to give you a rundown of their moves, how well they do against most of the people, and basically what you that person. And what better person to start off with the main man, Mario. Now, even though I don't like to go by it, I'll mention their places on the tier list. Basically, the tier list ranks characters on their potential to win a tournament. Also, it's really only reliable if you're at the same skill level as another person. Otherwise, I find there's a way to tell who's easier to use and who is harder to use. Mario ranks 31st on the current tier list. He has some fast moves and good edge guarding skills. And actually, now that I think about it, he has really good edge guarding skills. But besides that, he does have a few things that make him nerfed a little bit. He doesn't have a really fast, reliable KO move, and people who have disjointed hitboxes like Mr. Game & Watch and Mark, he can't really hit them as well because he doesn't have very good range. Mario's range is okay, and you could make it even better with the technique I'll go over later, but I've seen much better range. Not only that, he's got a predictable and somewhat of a short recovery, so yeah, that can tend to put him down a bit. So anyway, let's go over his moves. Here's his jab, side tilt, which is fairly good in a combo. His down tilt, good for setting up combos. Also, I think it has a chance to trip people, though I might be wrong on that. And his up tilt, which is very good for starting combos in the high percentages. Now into a smash test. His side smash, it sweet spots on the fireball, and that's where it has the most damage and knockback. A sweet spot is, well, basically what I just said, the part of the attack that has the most damage and knockback, which would be the fireball that comes out of Mario's hand. Hit them there, and you'll send them flying. His down smash, a sweep kick, it can also hit behind him, but it doesn't do as much knockback or damage, but it is a good way to hit people who tend to roll. His up smash, it does more damage. Actually, I think it does the same amount of damage from the front or the back of his head. And the back of his head does about 14, front about 14. Seems to be about the middle of his head swing that he does. It's hard to sweet spot. Now for his aerials. His neutral aerial, a sex kick, which is a kick that even does damage after the initial hit of the attack. It can stall out for a while, but you'll get most of the damage out if you actually hit them with the startup of the kick. It can be fairly good for approaching, running up to somebody and using it. It's not good for killing, though. His up aerial, he just kicks up. Now, Luigi also has this, well, he shares quite a few moves with Mario, but Luigi gets more of a benefit from this than Mario. He's slightly stronger, he has slightly more range of it. Now, this is a good way to keep people from recovering, especially if they're above you. And it's a good way to either finish off or keep a combo going while in midair. Well, his forward aerial, I just showed that. It's a spike, he swings his fist forward. It sweet spots at the edge of his fist, and it can be somewhat hard to sweet spot. Like that. It's better at the higher percentages, though. Seeing that Bowser has a bad recovery, yeah, it would be better with other people. Let me see. Oh, his back aerial, which I love. It's very good when you combine it with a short hop, because it can be good for approaching and keeping people at bay if they're trying to recover. Not only that, it's slightly stronger than it was in Melee. And And now his down aerial, which is probably one of, if not his best approach option, the Mario Tornado. This was originally his down special move in the previous 2 installments, but for some reason they replaced his down special with Flood and gave his down aerial to be the Mario Tornado. I find this better than the drill kick, actually. Since it knocks him into the air slightly, it can be good for setting up combos. Now for his special attacks. His Fireball, a gimmick of a projectile, and not half bad for approaching. His Cape, good at reflecting projectiles, as well as keeping Mario himself in the air for stalling out. Now that turns his opponent around, which can be useful in even the grimmest of situations. Not only that, it's a good way to keep your opponents from recovering. Like, just like that. And his, well, might as well call it special, Flood. It doesn't damage your opponents, but it does push them back a little bit. I don't find this that useful. It's not really in my battle style, but hey, perhaps you can find some use for this. And his up special is the Super Jump Punch. I think it has a little more range than it did in Melee. I'm not exactly sure on that. But hey, it's a good out-of-shield option if somebody's got you cornered. It's not a half-bad recovery. And it has a pretty good sweet spot on the ledge, if I do say so myself. And that's about it for Mario's moves. Now then, let's go over some ways to start up some combos with him. This Mario Tornado makes a good assault. His back aerial is good for approaching. And it's also good for keeping people away when they're trying to recover. His Sex Kick is also good for keeping people away. Even if you just barely nip them with it. Also, even if his Meteor Smash doesn't, spike them down, it's still pretty good for a hit. Unfortunately, I can't seem to hit Bowser without sweet spotting him. Oh well. Also, his Meteor Smash does less damage and knockback if they're on the ground. Like here. Did 13 damage there. Okay, get back in the air. And here did, well, oh, it did the same amount. Oh, it does the same amount both ways. I guess it must be just less knockback. Oh, here's a very useful technique for Mario. As you can see, his smash attack can't quite reach Bowser. But if you use a technique called the Stutter Step, you can reach him. The Stutter Step is a fairly easy move to use. All you need to do is face in the opposite direction, face back in the direction, face him quickly, and flip the C stick, like this. Face one direction quickly, then face the direction you're facing already, and flip the C stick. Not only will this propel Mario forward a short ways, allowing him to actually go across the stage if you continue to do this, but it gives him more range on his smash attack. It also increases his power, well not the amount of damage that it does, but it does increase its knockback. So yes, in the toughest situations, rely on the Stutter Step. Although you won't be able to, well, you actually can charge it if you hold Z. Mario will still gain the boost in range from the Stutter Step, although you probably won't find yourself actually charging it, since it's basically a quick attack. I mean, charging it does hinder the amount of distance that you gain from the attack, but I suppose it would have more power. So yeah, that's basically it on Mario. He's a jack of all trades, he's got himself a projectile, a way to reflect projectiles, fairly good attacks, and even a spike. Might I say, his back aerial is very useful for edge guarding. Seriously, his edge guarding skills are very good. He's very good at keeping people away from the edge, or even keeping them in the air for a combo. Even his attacks that may seem weak can have some good killing potential if you can keep them in the air for long enough and get them close enough to the edge of the screen. For Mario, it's just... it really all depends on your battle style. I mean, he can be a defensive person, but he can also be very good on offense, especially when it comes to edge guarding. That's really where Mario seems to shine, his edge guarding skills. Seeing that he's got different moves at his disposal, all of which can just chip away at your opponent to keep them at bay and rack up damage. Yeah, Mario's a beginner, but he can still be a pro for even the most... well, he's a beginner, but even for the most veteran Brawl players, he can be your greatest assistance. So, hope this helped any Mario players out there, or anybody who wants to get better using Mario. Thank you for watching, and next time, I'll be going over the main man in green, Luigi.